Good morning and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Jan, Edic, Frank, and we are live here from the CTV studios for the Grand Champions Polo Club. We're at the Santa Rita Polo Farm on the Aspen Field for continuing action in the 2023 Sieber Memorial 12 goal. We have both of our teams on the field with our two mounted officials. Jan? Get a little introduction of the players.
Of course. Thank you very much. And a very good morning also from my side. Game number 4, as Dale was just saying, so the continuation of the Sieber Memorial. We have Novo Polo making their first appearance in this tournament. They are the team dressed in the white shirts. Let me just quickly give you a rundown of who is playing for Novo Polo this morning. We've got Baljeet Sieber at number 1 playing off -1 goal handicap. At number 2, I'm very much looking forward to see her in action. Hope Ariano playing off 2 goals. At number 3, Brandon Phillips playing off 4 goals. And Facundo Obregon playing the number 4 position of 6 goals. Quite on Z in the black shirts. Alessia Zeidler at number 1, -1 goal handicap. And then a slight little change up to the way they've been playing up until now. We've got Joseph Schwartz coming in at number 2 with a 1 goal handicap, and then Sugar Erskine Stewart, they call him Sugar Erskine, the man from South Africa, handicap +6, and of course the blonde bombshell Jason Crowder playing the number 4 position with a handicap of +5. Your 2 mounted officials this morning on the field are Gaston Dorignac and Roddy Matthews, and of course in the position of third man / IRO, the instant replay official, the one and only Mr. Steve Lane. And as you can see, both teams have already started coming in with an 11-goal handicap, so no advantage given. And the first ball has been thrown in, and a nice pick up here straight away by Baljit Sierra, trying to get a little bit of headway down the field, but quite on Z, and they are a very, very strong team here, especially with that man with the number 3 on his shirt, Sugar Erskine, a very, very experienced player. And great to see him now take part in this Sieber Memorial. We'll come and tell you a little bit more about the Sieber Memorial a little bit later on. We've had our first infringement, our first whistle of the play.
Sugar's going to control the ball right here. See how that ball's going right across the field there, and Hope comes from right to left to come back to that ball to turn it to the right. Jason Crowder's going to jump on the right-of-way and get the right-of-way violation on the turning call. Right there, center field, so they'll just move the ball to the center for a penalty 5B. And we're going to see how this team lines up. It looks like Jason is going to be taking the long ball shots here, the penalty 5s, and Jason right down the center. No one's going to pick it up except, picked up by Facundo.
Obregon will send it back. Nice little backhand shot. Now, here we go then. Novo Polo looking to make a strong impact here in this, their opening match. With the number 3 on the boards here. There he is. 4-goal player, Brandon Phillips. Needs to be careful. He's got a bit of traffic coming in from Sugar Erskine there, the man with the number 3. And really good to see this young man, Joseph Schwartz, now also playing in that team. We saw him play in the 6th goal yesterday, Dell. And, of course, he won the MVP award for the Avendania Memorial, which took place a week ago. Today, actually, it was last Monday, a big, big day down at Santa Rita Polo Farm as well, the part of the PTF program. And Joseph, who's really making a lot of headway here in his game, very competent horseman. Now then, let's go back to the action. Nice little pick up there, and great to see, as I said earlier, Dale, you know a lot more about her, of course, Hope Ariano.
Yeah, she'll be in every play. Yeah, as we said, she's 8 goals on her U.S. rating. She's 9 goals in Argentina. Her last big game down there was the finals of the Women's Argentine Open, and they were runners-up in that tournament, but it was a great experience for her, and it was, I believe, her 2nd year down there. But on the break right here, it's going to be Alessia.
Oh, good first touch from her. Slightly overcooked it a little bit, but she gets the support there from her number 3. That is the man from South Africa. They call him Sugar Erskine, of course. No stranger here to an Grand Champions Polo Club. Very clever player as well. Another one of those exceptional horsemen. Now then, Schwartz keeping an eye out. You can see he was just timing it just right as Facundo Obregon on a nice little run here, going flat out. Joseph Schwartz is right behind him, pushing him out of the way. Gets a piece of that. This is what I mean. He's really coming on leaps and bounds, that young man with the long hair. Joseph Schwartz, but on the rebound, taking it round, a little finishing touch there from the number 2. That would have been all it would have taken to put that ball through.
So we'll give that one to Hope Ariano. It is going to be a pony goal, but a nice back shot from Baljit. He's going to lay it right in there. Hope tries to get a piece of it there, but she was the continuing action. Is bad luck for Sugar Erskine. Watch Hope. Takes it to the inside right here, slows it down, and Crowder goes flying by. He didn't make contact, so I think they're clean on that play. Unless we see if they did blow a whistle. I don't think they did. That ball kind of traveled across. Bad luck for Erskine. It rolled underneath his pony there, and he couldn't hit the back shot. That'll send them into their first courtesy change here at the Aspen Field. Remember, we use a courtesy change. It is a tournament condition with the United States Polo Association. We use the courtesy change here at the Grand Champions Polo Club and Aspen Valley Polo Club, where we'll let all players change their horses somewhere in the middle of the chukker. Looks like we got everybody back very quickly here. This 12 goal has been those type of games, Jan, where they start off with both teams kind of feeling each other out because they're all new teams, and then it's turned in like 16, 18 goal polo by the time we get to the 4th, 5th, 6th chukker.
Oh, absolutely. It has indeed. And let me just tell you how Kwaiton Z did in their first game. This, of course, is their second game. Their opening game was against Senvest Excalibur. Very, very close game. Went to the wire. Unfortunately for Kwaiton Z, they had to concede there. Senvest Excalibur winning that one with 12 goals to 11. So Kwaiton Z coming in with 0-1. Novo Polo, as I said, coming in to this tournament. This is their first game. And we'll tell you a little bit more about why this tournament, the Sieber Memorial, is so special here at Grand Champions a little bit later on. Ball is back in play after that very quick courtesy change, coming up to the 3-minute mark here, still in the first chukker.
Yeah, this just the one goal. As I said, both teams, as you can see, looking for the rotation, trying to find their spots. Who's guarding who? Remember, Hope is very good with the man and Joseph. So we're going to keep an eye on those two players. Joseph's going to get a big ball here, and he's got Zeidler right in front. And a nice little finish.
Very nicely done. And I like the way Joseph stopped there. He came down the field, Dale. We see the footage again. Watch him here. And that is the end of the play. But the actual pass from Joseph, you know, he took his time, timed it just right. I think he was actually going for goal. But very well read here from Zeidler, who just finishes off that perfect assist coming in from Joseph Schwartz. So again, clever play here from these two players.
You know, I love Alessia Zeidler right there. When she got that pass, she was so excited. She had a big smile on her face. But you got to give credit's due. She was in the perfect position again. Not too far, not too close, so that Joseph could hit that ball that you complimented. He did make a very smart play on shutting down, take his time to make sure he made contact, so she had an easy play.
So, nice little equalizer there. 1 goal apiece. We're down to 1 minute and 50 seconds left to play now. Then let's see what Hope Ariana can do here in the last, 100 seconds of this opening chukker. Tried to send that ball into the danger zone. Now then, with the number 4, that, of course, will be Mr. Jason Crowder. Very, very superstitious polo player, Dale. Not only does he not like wearing the number 3, but he's also known to change his helmet halfway through a game.
Yeah, he got that from his father. As I told you back in the day when they played at the Royal Palm Polo Club, the original Royal Palm Polo Club, and he would do that. His father and another player would do that. They would switch helmets.
Right.
And they would do it on purpose so that Tommy Oxley, the announcer, would get confused. So I think it's kind of a fun deal. But he is one of those superstitious players as he's wearing the 4, but playing the number 3 position.
On the ball again. Nice, long, lofted drive, looking for Joseph Schwartz. Again, reading the play very well. Gets himself in that right position. The ball not, or the pass not 100%. But look at that. He's sticking with his man, in this case with Ariano, Hope Ariano. So I've got to say, nice to see how these youngsters here, of course, through the pony program here, the polo school at Grand Champions, are coming of age. And as I said, we saw a lot of that last Monday at the Avendania Memorial, the PTF, the Polo Training Foundation, also here, of course, at Grand Champions Polo Club. But I believe we've got another one coming up, Dale, at the end of March.
Yeah, we always have them. We love the juniors. But here we go. At the end of the chukker here, yeah, they're going to finish it. Obregon's on a flyer. He gets out in front. Baljit's going to jump right in behind, get a piece of it. Can he keep it moving? Loose ball play to the far side. Unless he's going to get there and leave it for Jason, but I think the whistle's going to go ahead. You're going to sound our final horn there for our first chukker. So 1-1. After 1, we'll get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be right back here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, Aspen Field, for the 2023 Sieber Memorial.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day. And the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
good morning and welcome back to CTV Sports. If you're just joining us, this is the 2023 Sieber Memorial 12 goal. I'm Dale Schwetz with Jan, Eric, Frank. We're live in the CTV studios. And Jan, two different teams competing this morning. It's always exciting for us.
Indeed it is, and excuse me, Novo Polo making their first appearance here in this tournament. Let me just quickly run through the names of the players that are out there this morning. So in the white shirts, Novo Polo, led by Baljeet Sieber, playing off -1 goal handicap. Then at number 2, delighted to see here at Grand Champions again in the saddle, Hope Ariano. You touched on her in that first chukker. Great to see her back. Then at number 3, Brandon Phillips, the 4-goaler, and Facundo Obregon, the 6-goaler, playing at number 4. Quite on Z. Now, this is where we've got a bit of a change in their lineup. Still, of course, the young Alessia Zeidler, so a lady player on both sides, which is great. Then at number 2 coming in is Joseph Schwartz, who's already made an impressive chukker, teeing up a perfect ball for Zeidler to get that equaliser. At number 3, Sugar Erskine, the man from South Africa. And at number 4, Jason Crowder. You join us just at the right moment here as that ball is being thrown in for the start of chukker number 2. 1 goal apiece, and here we go.
Yeah, Leslie, again, it's nice to see her involved early, pulling the team. And that puts her in position, gives her a lot of confidence. So I like seeing that early for the Quite On Z team. Remember, this is a new team with Joseph Short, Jason Crowder, Sugar Erskine, as they change the team up, which you are allowed to do, unlimited substitution. And so far, they seem to be working very well together. On the other side, Novo Polo, this is going to be a brand new team because I have never seen Hope, Facundo, Brandon, and of course, Baljeet playing with these 3 players. So maybe a chukker or 2 just get their flow going. But both teams seem to doing very well getting in the groove.
Yep. And just now we saw Joseph Schwartz go for a ways on the ball again here. And as much as I'm applauding his development, every now and then I think he just needs to slow it down just a little bit, get a little bit more precise on what he's doing. We saw he did that exactly, he displayed that example in that first chukker, but, you know, obviously at that age, very excitable and very keen. But every now and then, sometimes less is more.
Yeah, always easier said than done. Yeah, and you know when you get on a polo field, we've been there, the adrenaline. And also, I got to give it up to Joseph, the position he's been playing. Both of these 2 players, with Hope and Joseph, they're in positions where they have to have a lot of adrenaline because they're playing against the best player on the other team.
Absolutely, yeah. Long ball coming over on the far side. Baljeet, nice first touch here from Sierra. Can he straighten this one, or is he going to overcook it? Well, he did well. He got himself again. You said it earlier, Dale. He got himself in that right position. Baljeet Sierra, I'm sure that's a goal in the making. So Quite On Z just dodging a bullet there. That could have been the new lead for Novo Polo. Quickly taken here by the number 3, Sugar Erskine. Leaves that one behind. Phillips hammers it over to the left-hand side. Once again, looking for Zeidler. Zeidler, good first pickup. Not able to finish that one. Joseph, tries a little push there from Schwartz. Now then, back to Novo Polo and the number 3, Brandon Phillips. Just trying to create a little bit of space for himself there. A little chip shot. Now then, on the near side, Facundo Obregon, not making the perfect contact. Now then, Joseph Schwartz. You see a little bit quick there again. That's what I mean. If he slowed it down just a tad, because he had the space and he had the time.
No, you said it, a lot of space.
But I understand, Dale, I was the same at that age. I probably still am at my age now. If I, get me on a polo pony, I think adrenaline starts pumping, you're excited, and of course you want to, you don't want to let your teammates down.
No, but he's got to be prepared for that. You're right, especially when you have distance. Listen, on close plays are close plays, but when you have a lot of space, you need to take a breath. But here you go, Baljeet again, 2 shots on goal here in the second chukker. Very strong on his stroke. He had a great shot. The first one he hit so easy, he just flew off the field. And then this one is a deep neck shot that actually had some eyes. It had a chance.
Again, looking to play that ball up to Zeidler. She nearly got there.
Well done. Oh, they're going to call her then? It looked like she went out. It looked like she might have got in there for a nice ride-off. I like her being aggressive. I mean, really showing them, look, I'm going to be here on defense. Watch it. Look at, she's riding hard here. She does a perfect job getting on the outside, pushing him on the inside. Now they flip it right there. Yeah, I guess because Brandon comes off. But, you know, still, I'm going to applaud her for that. And, oh, no, she's going to get the foul here, maybe? Or no? We'll see what they decide what direction to go. I think it's going to go back towards, we'll see, they have a timeout. We'll get a good shot of Jason Crowder doing the Pony Express, as we call it. Don't fail us now, Jason. love it. Look at that horse's follow. See that cool?
Yeah, yeah.
See? So they're going to do the courtesy shade now, but the gray horse and the black horse, you know, and then you have then his groom, the black horse knew exactly where to go. She just followed her right off the field. Well, right here, I like where Leslie, she goes in, she puts contact, and I think they probably talked about that because remember in her first game she was up in front a lot.
Yeah.
But I like when she gets in the game. We saw her in Aspen. The more she's in the game, getting in there, making a few little rubs, little hooks, gets her in the game, and she scored an early goal. And right here, even if they're going to give the Felly 5 against her for an uneven ride-off, but I'm going to applaud her being in there for the energy, and that'll keep her up, put her in a better spot as this game goes on.
Taken. Nice little ball there coming in from Phillips. Sends it up to the front door. Yeah, Hope Ariano trying to control that one. She did very, very well. Again, tenacity and perseverance. Super goal. But again, the pass coming from Brandon Phillips, teeing up that perfect position for Hope Ariano. And that's the lead, 2-1.
And this is what you're talking. You like to see Joseph do a little more. She is very well schooled. Look at it. Shuts it down as Joseph goes flying by. So here's the two players that you're talking about actually facing off at each other, and that's where her anticipation level is just a click ahead. But you're not 8 goals, the highest rated woman in America, and 9 in Argentina. So she's had a lot of polo put under her belt. But Joseph, as you said, we talked to him. He grows every day.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. And, of course, for him to be playing not only the 6th goal, the 8th goal, but now also here in the 12th goal is a great experience for that young player. Of course, you know his father very, very well. Horton.
Top umpire in the world for many years. He was my mentor, Horton Schwartz, teaching me all the ins and outs, and also winning the FIP championships, the inaugural Berlin.
Oh, in Berlin, was it? Yeah,
in Berlin with Hope's father.
Had another goal. Let's have a look at the replay. The shot coming in from Baljeet Sierra in front of that goal. And look at that. That is pure elegance here. But again, compliments also to Baljeet Sierra teeing up that ball. And Hope, just as cool as you like. Just puts that one through. Again, super timing, super anticipation. Not an easy shot. She put a bit of a slice on that. Cracking goal by Hope Ariano.
Yeah, it bounces off of Sugar there. She bumper. And but I got to give it up to you said, Baljeet. He has been the difference here in the second chucker.
3-1, 2:14 on the clock. One of the players, I believe, has just gone over to the pony lines for a tack timeout. We hope maybe a new mallet. Of course, that can happen very, very quickly. Now he's going to go and change ponies. It's so annoying when you're in the middle of a game, Dale, and all of a sudden your mallet gets rung. You know, and you're in the middle of a play, or worse even, you take a shot and all of a sudden your mallet head goes flying one way, the ball goes flying another way.
Yeah, those mallets, you got to be careful. They run between $100 and $40 a piece, brand new. They do fix the mallets. If you're new to the game of polo, they will put on new heads if they break them. As Jan was saying, when he uses the word wrong, that means it gets loose at the top and they start to spin.
Yeah,
and that's what the player's always checking. Some people like them whippy, some like them stiff. It's all based on the player. And they run from 49 to 54 inches long.
Here we go then. Once again on the move, Sierra. Yeah, nicely done. He's got Zeidler coming up there with him. Near side forehand once again. Hope Ariana getting very much involved now. She's going to have to leave that one to the number 3, Sugar Erskine. Tried to send it back. Didn't really get the length on that shot. Now then, let's see what Joseph Schwartz can do here. Ran over that ball. Left behind. It's going to be sent back by Obregon into midfield. Trying to find Phillips. Yeah, well, this is what happens if you snooze, you lose. Nice pick up here. Good couple of touches from Zeidler. There goes the backhand. Ariano taking aim. Again, now she wants to return the favourite to Welsh. I think she tried to send that one up to Balgit, but has to probably finish this one herself. This could be goal number 3 for Hope Ariano. So 3 goals in 1 chukker overall. 4 goals here on the account of Hope Ariano.
Yeah, number 1 and number 2 working well in front here for Novo Polo. I am very surprised that Jason allowed her to take that near side shot, because Hope Ariano, we talk about her father, his signature shot was the near side.
Right.
Julio, just very clean, had one of these strokes where his body turned completely, and everybody knows how well he was, and she is the same, and she'll tell you, how do you get there? Practice, practice, practice.
Hours in the saddle.
Hours in the saddle. Here she goes again.
And winning that throw, and look, she makes it look so easy, but she's composed. I like the composure, the calmness, not having to rush anything. This is amazing. 4 goals, Dale, in 1 chukker. The only man I can think of, the only player I can think of who did that recently, and when I believe he scored 5 goals in a chukker, was Barto Castagnola.
Barto had that also in the game before.
That's right.
So they were battling out. But yeah, Hope is in a groove here in the second chukker. And again, you got to give credit due. Balgit, look at, he's right there. The number 1 and number 2 just working well together, switching positions, covering each other. And, well, Zeiler trying to get back, but Hope was so far out in front there, as you said, she could take a breath and just kind of work that ball in. And, of course, the ball travels faster than the horses. That'll send us into our 3rd chukker of play. So stay with us. We'll be right back here on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And of course, head to Chukker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Well, we're getting ready for the 3rd chukker of our 2023 Sieber Memorial. Santa Rita Polo Farm Aspen Field. 4 unanswered goals scored by the Novo Polo team in the 2nd chukker, Jan.
Yeah, incredible. Incredible, and it's been an absolute pleasure and a joy to watch that young lady. Remember, we've got 2 young ladies out there on the field this morning. Hope Ariano for Novo Polo with the number 2, and Alessia Zeidler at number 1 for Kwaiton Z. Alessia also having scored a goal in the 1st chukker, but it was all very much the Hope Ariano show in chukker number 2. She scored 1 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd, and this is how we now continue chukker number 3. They're all back out on the field, 5 goals to 1 as that ball is released. And once again, Hope Ariano picking up the win of that throw-in. In comes Joseph Schwartz. I think she felt him coming, so she... reacted again with the experience, of course, that she has very, very well. Schwartz, nicely done. Let's see if he can Keep the composure. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Schwartz. And then he now off and away. Now then, can Baljeet Sieber put his stick down round the outside? Joseph Schwartz. Yeah, good little run, so a lot better. Havstas really slammed the brakes on that pony. The ball went over the back line. Because we know that he has got the ability technically in the way he plays and the way he rides. I can see Joseph going to 5-6 goals in a matter of a couple of seasons.
Yeah, he's come along. See how he comes. He loves to play the game. He's a great rider, as you said. He works hard at it, and he's a sponge. We've been talking to him about a lot of the different games, and he watches all the videos and well schooled by his father.
Now then, on the move, Novo Polo. Good pass up to Baljeet Sieber. Tried to pick that one up and put a bit of a bend on it once again, and he's very active. I see a bit quick there on that swing. Now then, Hope Ariano, give her a chance, and she'll take it to the cleaners.
You get a whistle on this play, so Hope is going to steal the ball away, and then you're going to get a uneven ride off here. Pretty easy to see. Watch the back of Hope's horse right here go out. There you go.
Yep.
And so they'll go ahead and whistle that quickly. And they were on the fly anyways, as it looked like Obregon had picked up the loose ball and was taking that ball right to the hoop. So they're going to bring this one in. Should be an open goal somewhere, either 2 or 3. They're going to discuss that. Tournament is this is also the Sieber Memorial. It's named after player. Oh, I guess they're talking. Is there talk ball play? Oh, they're going to go with penalty 2. Okay. So they decided on the open goal penalty 2, which is a true breakaway. And then also Obregon having the ball behind it. Saying about our Sieber Memorial here. And named in honor of Robert J. Sieber and big Polo family, Yan. So she's going to pass the stick to Hope, and she's going to look for goal number 6.
Phew. Well, no mistake there. And as you said, Dale, half a dozen scored, all on the account of Hope Ariano. But yeah, as you were saying, Dale, the Sieber Memorial, a very, very special tournament. Robert J. Sieber Jr., who unfortunately passed away in a polo-related accident back in 1984, August 22nd at Oak Brook. He was only 29, but his legacy, and that's what's so nice, continues with this annual tournament right here at Grand Champions Polo Club. The tournament was first created by the Oxley family and played at the now defunct Royal Palm Polo Sports Club in Boca Raton, and later resurrected by Mark and Melissa Ganzi, which is why we have it here at Grand Champions Polo Club. But the interesting thing also is that the last game ever held at Royal Palm before it closed was the Sieber Memorial Final.
Yeah, very close to the Oxley family. I was talking a lot about it. That was the club that I actually started riding horses. My mother put me on my first horse there in Boca Raton. And they moved the club around a bit in a few different spots in Boca, but the Oxley family. And we always talk about Tommy Oxley being one of my favorite announcers, who was the son of John Oxley. Right here, Zeiler gets the ball actually out of the bullet earlier and does a great job getting it down the field. And right here, you're just going to get the turn call. And I think a pretty easy call from everybody to see. That ball's sitting at about the 100-yard line. It's going to be Jason
Crowder. Well, wow. He's hitting the balls very well this morning. Again, into the danger zone. Look at that. A couple of yards. The ball is just kept in play now. Then can Joseph Schwartz get to it quick enough with the backhander? Looks like it's going to be the man with the number 3. Brandon Phillips there, just finding that little bit of a window of space. Again, nice pickup here by Ariano. Slams on the brakes. In comes Crowder. Now then, what's Hope going to play here? Gets a bit of support. They're all moving up. Still, Hope Ariana on the move. Needs a bit of backup. There it is. Baljeet Sieber came in to support. And that ball still in play, but only just, or did it cross the line? Looks like it might have just gone over that line, but we have a whistle nonetheless with 3:58 on the clock.
Yeah, it looks like Facundo and Brandon are just sitting in the rumble seat today using Hope and Baljeet. And Baljeet's going to get caught on the the turn. He just didn't see anybody coming on the line there. And so you're caught in the right-of-way violation. Blocking will be the call from the spot. But again, Hope and Ballard working well together here. And I think this is our first game. They probably had a couple practice games, yeah, but they are switching and just choosing to be in good spots. Uh-oh, this is what you want to get going now. You got to get Sugar running with it a little bit. Hill override. Oh, look at that great shot by Zeidler on the move. Still inside. She drags it inside the 60.
Well done.
That's going to be the, Sugar if he can get there, but man.
But great play by Zeidler. Really, really clever play there by Zeidler.
Yeah, let's see. Picking that up on the move, and I love how she at least snapped that little neck shot to the inside. Just bad luck for Sugar, and now they're going to take it back the other way. But Sugar's going to pick it up, leave it behind, and leave it now for Crowder, and they'll go back and forth.
Quiet on Z. Still pushing hard up to the front door now then. Zeidler, she's got Schwartz behind, but cheeky little play there by Facundo Obregon and Voigt, because he saw that Schwartz was coming down the line on the near side, the forehand from Mr. Crowder, and a much-needed play here for Crowder to pick up a very important goal for Quiet on Z.
And it's going to be a speed play. And I know everyone, if you're watching the game, might say, oh, it looked like he fouled, like he went 90 degrees in front. But watch, Obregon does not get back on the line 100% before Crowder already is there. You can see that window was not closing. That's a great spot to tag a play on those right there, because you can see exactly the window on a 90-degree cross.
Yeah, yeah.
And if Obregon gets around there a split second earlier, he saves that goal.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
shows you how important. I mean, he was getting around him. It looked like a four-legged athlete. It was pretty handy. It was just a timing play and a good read there by JC.
So after a goal, a second chucker here for Quiet on Z, they're coming back, as you said, a speed play there by Quiet on Z, but they still have quite a bit of work to do. They are down by 4 goals, and we have 2:54 left to play in the first half. Very much looking forward to the stats, which of course will be coming on your screens here at CTV Sports before we go into the halftime interval. And I think that will be very revealing, those stats. Also what I'm keen to find out are the actual number of shots on goal. I think there isn't much in it when it comes to the throw-ins, because they are very, very important to get your team into the offensive modus operandi, if you will. Baljet Sierra picking up another win with a throw in here for Novo Polo. Once again, the 2 number ones battling it out. Zeidler comes back very strong, getting very much involved. And now Crowder taking his time, snaps one back over to the halfway line, and that'll be a nice pickup. Well, it looked like it was going to be a nice pickup here by the number 3, Sugar Erskine. Oh, interesting. Yeah, pony not helping things there for Brandon. Yeah.
Brandon up on the handlebar a little bit. Good riding, Brandon. Got a little fresh after the change. He's back inside, though. And there's the tail shot from Brandon. Looking for a white jersey, but well read by Joseph. He's going to leave it in the center, and now it'll be Facundo to control.
And he's got Jason Crowder coming up with him. The 2 number 4s battling it out to the sideboards. Yeah, well, and he's dropped his mallet. Have a look at that. That is a true sportsman. That is Mr. Crowder, as we know and love him. And a whistle on that play will stop the action with 1:25 left to play here in the first half.
Yeah, they're going to keep it down. Quite on Z's going to keep it down in their area, inside the 60 anyways. And as you said, great sportsmanship here. They come together, and then they just get hooked up there. Nice hook by Jason. And I think you went ahead. They're probably going to do a fair play bowl in here. We'll see what they decide. It looked like Hope was going to get control. Then she ran, but let's see what their discussion is. Is Gaston Dorniak and Roddy Matthews in the saddles this morning. 2 of our top umpires working also everything from 6 to 26 goals. Yeah, they're going to go with a possession play. So 4 Quite on Z. And picked up and taken out by Brandon.
Phillips around the outside here, deep in his own half, wants to clear that ball. He does, but it will knock it over the over the sideboard, so there will be a change of possession.
A cop on the pitch, and it's going to be outside the 60 on this one. Remember, these are the ones that the ball was hit out of bounds, inside the 60. So now what they'll do, the umpire will bring his seat out, and he's got to do a one-timer. That ball's got eyes. Ooh, Crowder.
He's hitting the ball very well this morning. Very well indeed.
Yeah, I like how he went to that really quickly to keep the momentum going. And he almost put it between the uprights there. So we're going to get one more run here to end our first half.
Novo Polo with the number 3, Brandon Phillips. Is he going to try and want to run this one himself? That's a good ball up to the front door. Once again, he's reading the play so well, Baljeet Sierra. I've got to say, very impressed with his play. Oh, nicely done. Coming at full force there. Facundo Obregon sends it deep into the half of Kwai-Dong-Zi. Schwartz trying to send it back now then. Phillips, let's have a look at the clock. Down to the last 10 seconds of play. Well, he just wants to get in a position where he can open those shoulders and slam one down the field. Good bit of defending there once again from Sugar Erskine. And the clock having already elapsed time. That will be it for the first half. So a goal apiece, but it all went a little bit Pete Tong there for Kwai-Dong-Zi after that second chucker with Hope Ariana scoring 4 goals. 6 goals to 2, Dale. Here we have the stats.
Our halftime stats, 6-2 shots on goal, and we thought we'd see this 9-4 as Nova's going to shoot a goal a few more times. That was pretty easy to see. Not giving them back and forth. Each missed a goal. 3 times for Kwai-Dong-Zi, 2 for Novo, so not bad. Their percentages, throw-ins though. This is what Deanne was talking about. We knew that we were going to go ahead and get that stat where the Novo Polo team was winning more bowlings. And in a game like this, the possessions are very big.
Very, very important indeed. So I'm sure lots to talk about here in the halftime break now between these two teams. Kwai-Dong-Zi need to possibly change a little bit of a strategy here, maybe marking up a little bit closer. I think no real issues here with Novo Polo. If they continue to do what they are doing in the first half, in the second half, then they will be surely looking for their first win of their first match of the Sieber Memorial.
You got it. So we'll see what kind of changes they do after our halftime break. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on CTV Sports.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, I mean, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, I mean, we're here, and this is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. Very different being up in the mountains, but I mean, I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I mean, I feel like it's home. You know, we've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. I mean, it's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Okay, welcome back here to CTV Sports as we're back live here at the Santa Polo Farm and the Aspen Field for 2023 Sieber Memorial. My name is Dale Schwetz with Jan, Eric, Frank, and we went through our halftime stats and lined out pretty well. And Jan, this one, well, it started out. I'll go through it a little bit for us.
Yeah, with pleasure. Thank you, Dale. It started out really relatively even. A goal scored by both teams in that first chuck. Hope Ariano and the other lady on the field, Alessia Zeidler, both getting their first score of the match. But then in chucker number 2, it was the Hope Ariano show with 4 goals to her name. No goals at all by Kwaitonzi. I think they were rather rumbled over there by Novo Polo. And chucker number 3 then, before we went into the halftime break. Again, a penalty 2 coming from Hope Ariano. And a goal from Jason Crowder. Just the 1 goal from Kwaitonzi. At least they got 1 back, but still 4 goals in it, 6 goals to 2 in favour of Novo Polo. And as I said, I'm sure they'll have had lots to talk about in that halftime break. Players are coming back out on the field as we speak. So I'm sure we will be in for a very exciting second half here of this, the 4th match of the Sieber Memorial 12-goal 2023. We are, of course, coming to you live, as Dale said, from Santa Rita Polo Farm here at Grand Champions Polo Cup, and we're playing on the Aspen Field.
Yeah, 6 teams entered this year, very competitive teams. And what adds to it is we have 4 different women playing and mixing it up. Mia and Sarah Siegelberg playing together, and Alessia, of course, playing right here for the Kwaitonzi, and Hope Ariano playing for Novo Polo. Carrying on, we have the WCT also on Wednesdays. If you'd like to see the women, they have a women's league here that goes along with the Polo School. Also, if you want to learn how to play the game of polo, the Polo School is working and in operation. All you need to do is go to gcpolo.com, and you can check out the Director of Operations and our General Manager. That's Juan Bellini and Cale Newman. Their phone numbers are on the website. They will set you up with a lesson or, well, whatever level you're at. We work with all levels, all ages. And here we go for our second half action. And he's been very active also, along with Alessia, but he gets turned around and controlled by Hope.
Ariano sends it back over the halfway line. And just to latch onto what you were saying, Del, remember to tune in this afternoon, 3 p.m. Florida time, Grand Champions Polo time. The action continues here with Game 5 of the Sieber Memorial, where we have the other young lady playing in this tournament, Sarah Siegel-Magnus, alongside, as you said, with Mia Cambiasso. They'll be up against Sunvest Excalibur, who've already had 2 matches here in this tournament, coming in with a 2-0 under their belt. And now Baljeet Sierra finds himself in the perfect position. And I did say to you earlier, Dale, that was a goal in the making or in waiting. So Baljeet Sierra for Novo Polo picks up another goal and his first of the match.
Well, they get a penalty, got a foul on the play here. So we'll take a look at that one as they play that back on right as Baljeet went to shoot the ball. But he has been in spot. He's been in the right spot to score. So we are going to get a penalty, which will take the goal away and give up the 5A to Kwaitonzi.
Well, that's very unlucky there. Very unlucky indeed. As I said, that goal was in the making, but he might get a second chance here now. Baljeet Sierra on the move. He's got Erskine right behind him, and he was just waiting for that. Erskine will turn it. Just taking the pace out of that run on goal a little bit to allow Joseph Schwartz also to turn around again. Erskine, nice long ball up to the front door, and there it is. There she is, Zeidler. Alessia Zeidler opens her shoulders. Good first touch now. Then on the approach, Zeidler looking for goal number 2. Oh, very unlucky, but a great pass from Brandon. I beg your pardon, from Sugar Erskine for Zeidler to try and make her second goal.
Yeah, they're getting her out in front, pulling the team. I like the Bay Pony. She looks very comfortable on this horse. She's got a lot of power. The approach shot was right inside the 60. She just pulled her goal shot to the left. But once again, getting her involved early will help, and she's been going back and forth today, offense, defense. So she's working very hard. But you might want to see, I think this Quaidon Z team probably were looking to come out of the tent with a little bit of energy here.
Yeah.
You know, try to get it back going. And there's another try for Lesia. Turned around, and look at now you get a full 4-player rotation by the Novo Polo, as it will be Belgium.
Sierra, now he's on a roll here. He wants to, get himself in a position where he can make that, I think, well overdue goal. He's been playing absolutely great polo here. Turned around again. Erskine now on the move. Erskine now. There's an appeal coming from the number 4 there from Facundo Obregon. Erskine now on the near side on the sticks. You can see he's not happy with himself. He took the goalpost out there with him. Sugar Erskine wants to, if he can, try and get that one back. Nice bit of hook there. Now then, Schwartz picks it up on the near side, using the boards. He's got a bit of time. New line, of course, is created as that ball ricochets back off the line. Here's the drive. And we know that Joseph Schwartz is also a very strong and a very big hitter. That one slightly going out to the right-hand side. You can see on your scoreboard there coming up to the 4-minute mark here in the 4th chukker.
Yeah, bad luck here for Quaidon Z because Sugar, when he gets in that mode where he's running, that's where he gets comfortable. He had a little skip. Looked like he hit a divot there at the end. He was frustrated. He went to finish that goal. But that would have been a perfect start here for the second half for Quaidon Z. He hustled back and made a strong play, and that's you can learn from that. There, he said when he shot the ball, he already was turning back on defense, and that gave him the opportunity to make the hustle play, to make the hook for Joseph. Joseph put it back in, but off to the right side. But at the moment here, at least the first 3.5 minutes of this 4th chukker, it's been all Quaidon Z.
So, little courtesy change. We're just seeing that one image on our screen here. Just waiting for some of the players to come back. Yeah, 3:44 on the clock. So, courtesy change, as always. They try and keep it within the minute mark. 45 seconds is the sort of benchmark figure there. And still left on the field, Brandon Phillips and Baljet Sierra.
You know, over the years, we've had the opportunity to have the Sieber family come to all of the games. They show up to the finals. Of course, his brother will be out here and the family. And they had the opportunity to interview him. And he said, I want to thank the Ganzi family and Grand Champions for putting this on. And that's Rob's brother, John Sieber. He said, it means a lot to our family. The horses are great. The players are great. I want to make special thanks to all the players, sponsors, and captains. People don't know what they have to go through to get their teams together, and how much, and they lived it, they loved it. You know, they loved the polo. This family, I know this family very well. I was a young player when I first met, and but just all love the game. Everybody, all the fathers, the brothers, sisters, they all play the game. So it's this is a special tournament for us here at the Grand Champions Polo Club.
It is indeed, as the players are making their way back out on the field. So, as you said, Dale, quite a bit of work to do here for Quaidon Z. And what is nice about this game so far, it's been, as you said, as we spoke about it in the halftime break there, it's been a very open, flowy game, relatively low on the fouls. But once again, the team in white, Novo Polo on the move. Hope Ariano there, just avoiding the hook that came in from Joseph Schwartz. Turned. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Dale, but I'm pretty sure that Mr. Crowder is wearing a different helmet.
I'll take a good look at him here. I know he didn't change his jersey. Bad luck for him there, too. Just a couple different plays where Quaidon Z team, yep, Crowder's gone to the switcheroo on you. A big shout out to his father. And, of course, his mother, Valerie. Sister, Whitney, who actually works in television.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she has her own cooking show, and she just does all kinds of different storylines on her show. So it's great to hear that. And I told her she should come and do a little chukker TV because she knows polo very well. Been around polo all of his life. And here we go. Hope's going to pick this one up, but now Sugar in control, trying to get away from Hope. Not an easy task. And now they'll leave it for Jason.
Crowder on his own, out in front. Little chip shot. Can he get round the number 4, Obregon? Here comes a hammer up to the front door of that goal. Well, that ball did. Oh, not have enough. Little trip there. Well corrected. And there, a cheeky little backhand shot. And wow. Well, that's what happens when you change your helmet, Dale. I think we should start doing that
You
now.
start changing our helmet. Now, you want to go the long way home. You want to take the hardest shot possible.
Yeah.
That's what Jason Crowder, we're chuckling about it because I think it just kind of popped off to the right side. So you just got to work with what you got. And so instead of hitting the next shot, he hits a tail shot. But that is not an easy goal at all.
Eyes in the back of his head, Dale.
Unbelievable. What a play.
So they're coming back. Just that first goal so far here in the second half on the account of Quaiton Z. Ball thrown back in by Mr. Roddy Matthews. Little chip shot up to the front door. And, yeah, there she is. Back again, doing what she does. Hope Ariano, will that go all the way? Schwartz, he didn't hit that well enough. And Hope, well, ooh. Yeah, maybe that's where she needed to slow down a little bit because Joseph Schwartz should have really cleared that, did not get enough on that ball. Hope was still there, but maybe she was just going a bit too fast because normally she would put those away without even blinking.
Yeah, Joseph needs to hit a little more angle there, at least angle, because anything you miss or goes down the center, Hope's going to jump on, and then Hope just rushes a shot there off to the right side.
Erskine, nice long ball, finding Zeidler. Oh, elegantly done, Zeidler's first touch. Yeah, a little bit too far out to the right-hand side. Again, very quickly on the turn, Sugar Erskine. And he knows he's got Hope Ariana coming in behind, and he wants to try and get away from her as quickly as he can. Now then, the two-player horse race going on. Still Erskine. He will leave that one behind. In comes Crowder. Sends it back up to the front door. Crowder just coming very strong through that melee of players. Erskine. Nice little stop and turn. Novo Polo. Very quick to react. Again, it's Facundo Obregon. Hammers that one up to the front, looking for Phillips. Ariana got a piece of it. Crowder just put his stick down. Well read here by Balgit. And a whistle on the play with, well, a second left to play here in the fourth chukker.
Yeah, they might move that one on into the fifth, but Joseph Schwartz is going to jump on the right of way here. Balgit's going to move from right to left, falling across the right of way. You can see Joseph go right by him. Good sportsmanship not to make a play on the ball, but that will go ahead and end our chukker. So once again, we will return. We'll see what our Mount officials decide on this final call, and we'll be back for our fifth chukker plays. Fifth chucker action, Sieber Memorial. And, well, I guess you need to give the fourth chucker to Quite on Z. Only one goal scored, one unanswered goal. Baljet actually had an opportunity, and there was a foul called at the beginning of the chucker. But that more energy towards the goal, more offensive attack, more shots on goal by Quite on Z.
Without a doubt, and that's reflected even though they only scored that one goal. So now maybe this is the switcheroo here in chucker number 2 is where Quite on Z didn't score, and now chucker number 4 is where Novo Polo didn't score. 2 more chuckers to come, and well, it might sound like a tall order, but as you know, Dale, in a game of polo, anything can happen, anything is possible, and 3 goals is definitely something which is achievable or is doable. They are, I think at least, I'm getting the feeling they are getting a little bit more involved. They know there's a lot at stake here after coming in, of course, with their first loss against Senvest Excalibur. So for them, it's very important to get one back, but I'm sure Novo Polo will want to try and get this over the finishing line as well. This, of course, their first game of the Sieber Memorial 12-goal 2023. We're going to continue with where play ended at the end of that last chucker, and it'll be Jason Crowder to get things underway.
Yes, we had a right-of-way violation at the end of the 4th. That set the Quite on Z team up with a penalty 5A. And it looked like they're looking for Sugar there, but it's picked up by Obregon, and he's got Baljet.
Sierra, now then. Good first touch from him. Sierra just keeping the distance. Sierra, second touch, third touch. Hope Ariana was not on the side that she should have been because Crowder was there on her stick side, so she couldn't really do much there, but just hope that Sierra would score. Very unlucky not to hit the target. Now then, Joseph Schwartz for Quite on Z. Gets the ball back over the halfway line, a bit too far. That reach to Crowder. Little under the neck shot. Crowder again. Not able to do much with it. It'll be Phillips who sends it back. And once again on the move. Baljet, Sierra, Sugar. Erskine sends it back up to towards that halfway line where Hope Ariana saw it coming. Nicely intercepted. There's the backhand from Phillips. Beg your pardon, that was Facundo Obregon. Now Phillips on the ball. Good touch to try and centre it from Obregon, but again, not just getting through far enough. Nothing wrong with that ride-off. Hope Ariana.
You Sugar was going a little harder than that one, huh?
Yeah.
That horse didn't move of Hope, so
Nope.
The Bay Pony just stayed so solid there. And all she did was kind of lean to the left a little bit. Hope, once again, big ball here by Hope Ariano. And look at, on the rotation, once again, Zeidler.
And again, she's been very good, but he's hovering, he's waiting. Sierra, Baljet Sierra, tried a little under the neck shot. Joseph Schwartz will do a little bit of housekeeping over on the far side. Good stick work here now then. This is what I'm talking about. Tee the ball up in such a way that you have the perfect runway to then do what he's just done. He teed it up very, very well on the near side. Where's the next play from Quite on Z? There he comes. Mr. Crowder sends it back up to the front door. Now, well, you've got to stay alert there, Joseph. But very good to see how Joseph is coming alive in the second half.
No, but good call there. That's where you want to stay with your man, you know, just in case your player wins the ball. That way you have an edge. Remember, he's going to be against a player that's a higher rated player than him. Now you have 2 players come together here, and Hope, she wins the ride-off initially, and then it looked like Sugar came back in, and she was a little bit in front as Obregon steals the ball away. So we'll see what they decide as that play developed. There's a lot of development in that play. Hope always with a man. She's very well schooled up. You'll see that. I mean, she's always got her head on a swivel. And Sugar, not the easiest individual to cover. But she had him, and just good work here by Sugar to keep pushing there. And like I said, Hope got a little bit in front, so a little bit of an uneven ride-off, which gave Obregon the opportunity to steal that ball away in front. That's the actual foul coming in front. And they were down inside the 80-yard line. So they'll bring this one up to the 60 or the 40. We'll see where they decide to put it. And a beautiful looking bay pony here. Sugar Ryan Santa Rita breeding operation ponies. Let's see if he can get his first of the day.
Well, it's definitely high in the sky and it's lofted. And you called it, Dale. Sugar Erskine Stewart picking up his first of the day. And all of a sudden, that 4-goal advantage, which is how they left the field at half-time, is disintegrating into just 2 goals. 6 goals to 4 then here in the 5th chukker with still, as you would say, mucho tiempo.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming back. They're chipping away at this this lead. Not coming on gangbusters, but actually winning more plays here in the second half. Let's see if Novo can get back to that style they were playing in the first half, because right now, more touches going definitely to quite on Z.
Crowder. Little chip shot over to the left-hand side. Good pickup by Schwartz. Very good pickup. He read it and timed it just right. Phillips, of course, will try and shut him down. Yeah, he tried to pick that one up off the sideboards. Hope Ariano getting there just a little bit before Crowder. Now then, that whistle will come based on that Brandon Phillips, the second man. I'm sure you'll elaborate on that, Dale.
Yeah, that's good read, good communication here by Hope Ariano and Brandon. And what I like about this play, watch Hope, she actually spins the ball around. And we had a play in the high goal in the final yesterday, yeah, where Barto Casanola and Pablo McDonough. Barto was on the ball. One of Pablo's players blocked Barto. And so they let it continue. They didn't call a foul. They played the advantage. And Barto knew that he had one shot where Pablo couldn't hook him, so he hit it about 7 yards. That 7 yards gave him enough room to get out in front. Hope does the same thing here initially. She flips it about 5 yards, which created enough space to actually put Crowder in a fouling position. If she doesn't go that far, then Crowder can stay on the near side and make a hook on her. Yeah. So very intelligent play. Brandon reads it from behind, catches the second man on the hook. Not going to go anywhere else but the center on this one. But it's still a big move, moving about 60, 70 yards. We use our courtesy change here in the 5th chukker. So a little chess game going back and forth with both teams.
3:43 on the clock then in the very important, as is so often the case here in the penultimate chukker. This is where the tracks and the weight can be laid out for the last chukker. We saw that, of course, very much you were talking about yesterday. We had exactly that scenario yesterday as well. And as we now wait for the umpire has called a play, I'd like to just remind everybody that, of course, in last year's tournament and the year before that, the last 2 years, the winners of this tournament was Team Dundas with, last year it was Sarah Siegel Magnus, Juan Cruz Marcos, Geronimo Obregon, and Robertito Zeda. Now, they won that tournament. This is quite interesting. After a forfeit victory from Excalibur, which had obviously Robert Machal, Matthias McDonough, Santi Javajol and Martin Haregi, when it was discovered that Javajol had used the same horse he played in a 12-goal semi-final game with Novo Polo. While Javajol was a legal player substitution, players, and this is very important to remember, players may not use the same horse for the two teams according to the USPA rulebook.
Yeah, they got mixed up there a little bit. We were at that game. Actually, one player had filled in and they'd used similar horses, so that is against the rules and procedures. Handled it very professionally, though, but you know what? Dundas looking for a triple header.
They are indeed.
So that's going to be good luck to Sarah Siegel Magnus and the Dundas team, looking to see if they get a three-peat. We always like to see when teams are that strong and come back. Dundas, one of the most winning teams here at the Grand Giant Polo Club. Back on the play after the courtesy change. Crowder, he'll lay this one down in there, and that ball's got eyes, but not enough legs. And Brandon will just control right inside the red zone. Joseph needs to give him one play there, and he does it perfectly. Now he'll apply the pressure. Brandon with the rotation from Facundo over Gan. Now the give and go. And Joseph working very hard here on the two top big guns of the Novo team. Big ball by Brandon Phillips. So who's going to be on the end of this pass? Stolen away by Crowder. He'll work the near side.
Yeah, and he's got Hope Ariano on his hip there. Good dart, good work here from Crowder. Again, the pressure there coming from Hope Ariano. Eventually, it was enough to get them both over the ball. And that, of course, is where you then need your teammates to back you up and, again, anticipate where you need to be to pick up that ball. Schwartz, what's he going to go for here? The under the neck shot. Well, he tried. Very difficult angle. Tries to finish it on the near side. So you've got to give him an A for effort there, Dale.
Now he's working on the defensive side very hard and going forward with the ball. And remember, they line this team up, the Novo team, with their two stronger, highest rated players in the back, with Facundo Obregon on 6 and Brandon on 4. So not an easy task going through there. I might like to see him maybe shut it down and wait for Crowder or Sugar to make a run by. Add a little dimension to the game.
Yeah, good call. Very good call indeed. Now, over on the far side, that is the man with the number 4, Obregon. A little bit too far behind the pony there for Hope Ariano. Again, another one of those strong, strong shots. Zeidler, and she's done so well. Every time she's gone for the back shot, she's made contact and avoided or stopped another shot on goal. Erskine, open backhand. Novo. Keeping that pressure on. That'll be picked up now nicely by Phillips. Leaves it for Hope. Hope has, I was going to say, a clear passage to goal. Just a little flick of the wrist. A little, unfortunate deflection coming off the pony. Hope Ariano takes a shot. But it went wide.
Oh, just to the left. You mentioned, Leslie has not missed one back shot.
Not one.
And I got... Again, the angle, her angles are amazing because you're better to hit a ball 2 or 3 yards with angle.
Correct.
Than 50 yards straight back. And she's been perfect on all of those plays, even going forward. So that'll go ahead and end our 5th chucker place. Here we go, 2-goal difference going into the 6th and final chucker. You don't want to miss that one. Some beautiful shots of the Santa Rita Polo Club farm right there. We're on the Aspen Field. And right across, behind those cars there, on our drone footage, is the Buenos Aires field. Field all the way down the left side there is where the track is. That's the Penn field. And then to the right in line here is the Santa Rita field. And, of course, the beautiful barn all the way down. It's a beautiful shot of the 102-acre parcel. Stay with us. We'll be back here for our 6th and final chucker.
Happy to be back in town, playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best fields.
So we're gonna start the season a full power horse.
I'm just happy to be back in Florida. It's hometown. Looking forward to getting back on these amazing fields.
Foot golf is a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, "Have you tried it?" I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
Okay, so we're getting ready for our 6th chucker here. We got a little timeout for one of the players. And so let's talk about the tournament here, Jan. The teams, we saw because of scheduling that the the Senvest Excalibur team, they had the opportunity to play 2 games already, and I think that helped them in their second game. Sometimes scheduling will do that. You know, that's just the way it is. Kind of the luck of the draw based on scheduling, but they were warmed up when they went up against Woodmere.
Correct. Now, of course, Dundas, who will be playing this afternoon, their second game. You were talking earlier on about can they make it 3 wins in a row? Well, they definitely need to win their second game here this afternoon. Remember, they lost their opener in overtime to Newport. Juan Monteverde there for Newport, scoring that golden goal in the 7th chukker, leaving them with a win at 10-9. Now they are going to be up against the team you just mentioned, who've already played twice. They beat Kwaiton Z in their opener with 12 goals to 11, and they beat Woodmere 9 goals to 7. So Sunvest so far with a clean slate. Should be a very interesting game this afternoon. Remember, they'll be coming on your screens at 3 p.m. local Florida Grand Champions Polo Club time.
Yeah, and you remember this Woodmere team, that was their first game. They had some misses at goal because that's a good lineup. As Alex was scoring goals in the front, Juan Villamil, Alejandro Villastrada, and Grant Gandy did a great job with their 3-member rotation in the back. And so this is going to develop into a fun tournament as these games go on. So I'm excited about this afternoon game to see if they can go ahead and pull out that 3rd win.
Indeed. Now, of course, also just to remind you, after yesterday's amazing final of the All-Star Challenge, the WPL, the World Polo League action continues. We had our first game of our second of our 5 grass tournaments, the Founders Cup. That took place on Saturday. Santa Rita Trenque Lauken defeated Travieso at Grand Champions Polo Club with a score of 10-7. And the action in the high goal continues on Wednesday, the 1st of March at 11 o'clock. In bracket 1, Brookshire will be taking on Richard Mille. And in the afternoon game in bracket 2, Audi up against Casablanca.
Yeah, looking forward to the Founders Cup. Remember, we've added the 2-point conversion, and we'll talk more about it. Any goal scored from pass over center field will be worth 2 goals in the Founders Cup. And that adds another dimension because we have seen some big hitters in the World Polo League. Here we go. 6-chukker action, 2-goal difference. And let's see, you're looking at the top, 8 4-legged athletes here. And this is what you want to get. Sugar Erskine on the move. Erskine, ooh, Sugar, man, will leave out behind. Hope on the transition. Open back shot. And stolen away by Joseph. He'll leave it for Crowder.
Crowder sends it back to Schwartz. Nicely done on the near side. Yeah, you see a bit more time, but he's getting there. He is getting there. Nice combination play here. Now, if we look at the score sheet, Dale, of course, the last 2 chukkers were goalless chukkers. The last score we saw was in the first half here, and of course, that was on the account of Hope Ariano. So Kwaiton Z inching their way back into this game here. But of course, they are now not only 2 goals down, but they're also playing against the clock and that clock is running down to now nearly 6 minutes. So a quick goal here at the top of chukker number 6 would be just what I'm sure the coach would like to see here for that team, Kwaiton Z. And now this could be the making of such a goal as Sugar Erskine turns that one around. In comes the cut shot. Yeah, he might have to chase that one. Well, I beg your pardon, the number 4, Facundo Obregon, not picking up that ball. Now then, we had a whistle on that play.
Yeah, you see Facundo just kind of laid back. Actually, Sugar hit it too far, and Obregon had all day. He just fell across, and he missed it. You watch him, he'll sit back and put his head in the air like, oh, man, I can't believe I missed that. Because he had time to shoot across there. Sugar wasn't even pushing the line because he knew he mishit it, but just bad luck. Obregon, but this was going to work out very, very well for Kwaiton Z because that ball was right around the 60-yard line. So they're going to move that in for an open goal. And as I always say, mucho tiempo, a lot of time left here, 3:55:32 on the clock and a 2-goal difference. And it's been a very clean game. I commend both teams. Very well coached, keeping each team off the penalty line. It looks like Sugar giving a few last words there to his team's mates, and he'll go ahead and do the honors for Quite on Z.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to get the nod that Zeidler might not have wanted to take of that. So, nicely done. Sugar brings this team Quite on Z right back into this game here, Dale, with that penalty. And they are just down by 1 goal.
Don't forget, Leslie does take the penalty shot sometimes, doesn't she?
She does?
I thought she did it last game, yeah. So she'll step up and hit them when they need it. Looks like Roddy Matthews there got the ball in the air to line everybody up. You can get all your Bolins here in the 6 Sugar right in front of us. So we'll get a good look at all of the players. Possession, possession, possession. We wear you out here on CTV Sports. But this is when it is very important, and there's the give and go, and you got hope moving.
Ariano slightly overcooked that one to the left-hand side. Schwartz there just coming back, sitting tight. Little steal here from Crowder. Now then, is this going to be the run? That's going to see Quite on Z come back and draw level. Hope will take out Crowder out of the equation if she can. Well, she's got to be careful there, but Crowder was just waiting to switch sides. Turned. Joseph Schwartz too far out to pick that one up. Well, he tried at least to hook the man with the number 4, Facundo Obregon. Once again, Sierra. The 2 number 1s battling it out. In comes Hope Ariano. This looks pretty dangerous now for Quite on Z. Hope Ariano and the finishing touch. Clever play. And no surprise there that the next goal coming in from Novo Polo would, of course, go on the account of Hope Ariano.
Yeah, Hope starts the play with a little back shot. Actually, Crowder worked hard to keep that ball neutral down on the far side. But you can see the power in the chestnut pony that Hope's riding here, this Shucker, when she rode Crowder off. So I figured you see her come back, and when she came back around, she came back with a handful of horse, and she just had to let that one run. Bowder did a good job clearing out of the way. Not the best approach shot, but awesome finish.
A goal's a goal.
Yeah, exactly. A goal's a goal when you can get it. Hit that one off to the left side, and she had a horse length or two on Joseph, but then just like you said, very composed in front of goal. You know, use a little butter shot to lay that one in there and to pick up her 6th of the day. 6 out of 7 goals scored by this young lady.
Yeah,
all 7. I'm sorry.
She's absolutely.
All 7. Ooh, that's simple math. I got it now. Congratulations, Hope.
So, last courtesy pony change of this game. And as we said earlier, let's just remind you once again, of course, to join us on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Grand Champions Polo Club Field 5 is where the next Sieber Memorial game will be coming to you on your screens here on CTV Sports. Dundas with Sarah Siegel-Magnus, Mia Cambiasso, Robertito Zeda, Geronimo Obregon against Sunvest Excalibur with Richard Marshall, Evan White Jr., Santiago Javajol, and, of course, Pedro Falabella. As I said, that coming on your screens this afternoon, Dale.
Yeah, what's your breakdown on that?
Well, my breakdown...
I mean, we've seen this Sunfest Excalibur team. I like the team a lot.
So do I.
Everybody works very, very hard on that team. Richard's been pulling the team. He's always in the right spot. He's knowing these sponsors. Who understands the game of polo. He's always in the right spot. And look at this. They're going to come right out of it. Novo here after the Kersey change. And why not give it to number 2?
Why not indeed? Goal number 8.
Hey, scoring the offside. Now I go to the near side.
Mix it up a little bit, Dale.
Yeah, mix it up a little bit. Love the great four-legged athlete here. You can see how that horse went from the right lead to the left lead to change for Hope, and then that puts her in a perfect position to snap the, hardest shot in the game of polo, the near side neck shot.
I was just about to say, very, very difficult, but again, she timed it just right. So, and again, that 3-goal cushion. Now then, can Sugar put a dent into the scoreline? We're down to a little over 2 minutes and 20 seconds then counting here. Well, that could have really been or should have been a goal for Quite on Z, but phenomenal the what Hope Ariana is showing us here. A goal in the first, 4 in the second, a goal in the third. Then she thought she'd take the foot off.
Take a little break or something?
Take a little break, a little something.
What do you say? Time for tea?
Time for tea, exactly. Always good time for tea, Dale. You know that. Now then, Crowder tees it up nicely. But again, Novo Polo looks over his shoulders there. Obregon over on the far side going up. Baljit Sierra, I would like to see him get an opportunity or a pass at least where he could put that one through. That one Disagold Lau earlier on, that blocking foul was very unfortunate because I think he's done a great job as well. Baljit Sierra, the man at number 1 here for Novo Polo. But just to finish off on what you were saying, Dale, about Sunvest Excalibur in our afternoon game, coming in with 2-0. Dundas, of course, with 0-1. So I think we're going to see a very offensive or offensive-minded playing Dundas team. But I'm pretty sure that Sunvest Excalibur, and you said that Santiago Javajol and Pedro Falabella, alongside Evan White, who I think is an outstanding young player, they are going to look for a clean slate. So we should be in for a treat here. 2 very offensive-minded teams coming this afternoon. That'll be game 5 of the Sieber Memorial 12 goal.
Yeah, I think Dundas is going to be ready to rock and roll. Remember, they lost in overtime in their first game, and they played well, so they're going to be ready to go. It's going to be a great game. Here we go. You finish this one up here right in the last 30 seconds, and it'll be Joseph to go ahead and take his last run. I think a couple of the players have pulled up. 8-5. And I guess it's, well, easy to say it was the Hope Ariana show today. She played fabulous, but the whole team worked around her. Just was like it was almost watching La Casablanca team play where they used Barto.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody was doing work because Sierra was awesome in front, helping, making the bumps, making the hooks. He did a lot of switching around with them, and the 2 big guns just sat in the back, said, go, go, go. On the other side, Alessia Zeidler actually came out, and they used her early, and maybe they made their next time go their game plan, use her even more because she was pulling the team, so she did very well and playing defense. But a new team with Joseph, Jason, and Sugar, so they'll have a game under their belt. Here's our stats here to finish it off: 8-5, 14 shots on goal to 10. That makes sense on the score. Knock-ins, back and forth there. Both teams missing the goal. Very similar, 8-7. Throw-ins. That was where the possession plays came in for Novo. And then fouls committed, and this is what's interesting, 9 by the Novo team. So they gave up a lot of penalty 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on 3 from Quite on Z, but some of those were open goals because it didn't really make a difference because only 1 scored by Novo and 2 by the Quite on Z team.
So that is it from us here this morning. I should say this afternoon because it's already just gone past midday. It's been an absolute pleasure seeing these 2 teams play. So a good start here for Novo Polo in their opening match in the Sieber Memorial. Very much looking forward to our game this afternoon, as I say, coming on your screens at 3 p.m.
You got it. So for Jan and Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone at CTV Sports. I want to say thank you for making us leaders of polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.